I'm Moody Boo, the Fragrant Nomad, and I know it's like casual Thursday for me. I'm doing a lot of projects right now, and I just didn't have time to change my clothes or do anything with my hair or anything, so this is what you get. But you guys are never expecting too much, I don't think, so hopefully you won't be too disappointed. So anywho, the latest poll, the second poll, you guys chose Stephane Humbert Lucas 777's Sand Dance. That one came in pretty clearly as the winner. The second one, the one that came in second, now right after I posted the second winner, the one that had the most votes in second place, somebody voted and then tied it again with Art de Perfume, I think it is, Biscuit, and Joe Malone, Rouge Poppy Intense. So I don't know. I may just put Biscuit in another poll soon so that, you know, somebody has a chance to vote on it again. Or I may just do those, you know, Joe Malone's next and then Art de Perfumes next. But I'm not sure. So anyway, this one was clearly the winner. And can we talk about the bottle for a minute? I think it's beautiful. I love the way it looks. The snake face, you know, and crystals or whatever that is. It's not crystals, it's just like etched in the metal, but the eyeballs are crystal. You can see them kind of sparkling a little bit there, which I didn't even notice. The pattern of the snake. I thought this looked more like melted chocolate over something because, you know, that's how observant I am. But that's what it looks like to me. It looks like melted chocolate. So, but then I read somebody saying something about snake skin. And I went, oh, that's a snake face right there. This is snake skin. It's snake shedding. Okay, finally Boo's up to speed. It takes me a minute sometimes. It's just the way it is. It's never going to get any better. It's probably going to get worse. So there you go. So anyway, I thought I'd go ahead and get this review handled today because I wouldn't want to disappoint and make you all wait. I do have an unboxing video that I might put out this weekend with it. Or I may just wait until right before my latest haul video. So I don't know. I'm very indecisive with all of this. That's why you voting really helps me. So anyway, this is a beautiful perfume. I blind bought it. There's a couple other ones. The Venom one in the red bottle or kind of raspberry colored bottle. That one I'm really interested in. And it seems like there's another one. Something about fire. God of Fire, I think it's called. Is another one that I'm really interested in trying. I might even blind buy them. You never know with me. I'm kind of spontaneous sometimes. So this one is whiskey, coriander, mandarin orange, cacao, sandalwood, cashmeran, benzoin, tonka bean, styrax, white cedar extract, and patchouli off of Fragrantica. I didn't check to see how accurate they were. I apologize, but it is what it is. And this is so pretty. When you first spray it is really when you get this boozy chocolate kind of a vibe. It's really moist then, but it still maintains that dryness from the whiskey. It's sweetest at that point. I also get the benzoin at that time too. Now the mandarin orange and the coriander, to me, they don't really, the mandarin orange might be there a little bit, but it's not really a big player. But it comes out more and kind of meshes more with the coriander later on with the wearing. So after it settles down a little bit, after about 15-20 minutes or so, that sweetness starts to dissipate just a little bit. It tames down a little bit. It's not a real sweet perfume in my opinion, not compared to some of the ones I have especially. But the woody notes really start coming up to greet the boozy chocolate, sweet kind of moist dryness. I know, oxymoronic. So, and that's when it starts getting drier. in my opinion, is when the woody notes start coming out. They kind of start sucking some of that moisture that you smell at the get-go with that kind of chocolatey, boozy sweetness. I think the mandarin orange just kind of at the very beginning, because I don't really detect the orange, but I detect that I think it's mixing with that chocolate whiskey, booziness, adding maybe a touch of sweetness to it as well, along with the cacao. But I think it mostly is what gives it that dichotomy of liquid dryness, because the mandarin orange is very juicy, but the whiskey is very dry. So it gives it a really nice kind of opposites attract vibe, and I just adore it. And then the cashmerean and some of the woody notes start coming in, some of the cedar and the sandalwood. The cedar is real light though, it never takes over the sandalwood. It starts off in the middle kind of dry, but then the sandalwood starts adding some of that woody creaminess to it, that the cedar wood is not able to dry it out or anything. It just adds a little more woodiness, because cedar can be a really strong aroma, but it never overtakes the sandalwood. And so a little bit more moisture is added to the perfume about midway through the middle, the mid-middle. That's not redundant or anything, is it? And then when the deep dry down comes in, you get much more woodiness coming to the forefront with the styrax, and the cedarwood and the sandalwood really start to get a little more pronounced. So the cacao is lightly in the background. The whiskey, I don't really get it in the deep dry down or the mandarin. The coriander starts to come out at this point too, mingling with those woody notes. And I think the benzoin, it's there from the get-go. It's giving me that stony, ambery kind of vibe, I think, that really anchors those top notes from becoming gourmand. And in the deep dry down, it just keeps the woody notes from overtaking the entire perfume. The benzoin does. It's just lovely. It adds a little more sweetness, I think, in the deep dry down with the benzoin, but not much. It never becomes very sweet. It kind of goes from sweet-ish to a little less sweet to maybe a touch sweeter at the deep dry down, or maybe it just stays the same, and that's just me wishful thinking. I would love a touch more sweetness in the deep dry down, but that's just because sweet perfumes really attract me. The one thing I will say is that performance isn't spectacular, and this is a pretty spendy perfume. It's in the expensive range, if I'm not mistaken. I'll put a correction here if I'm wrong, but I want to say it was over $200 USD. And I did pay for it retail. I believe I got it at Lucky Scent, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe not. I don't remember where I got it because it was retail, so who cares? So I paid full price, no deal here, but I thought the bottle was a little bit of a bonus, so I had to get it anyway. With the performance, I get about 7 hours with it, 2 to 3 sprays, sometimes 4. This one, I have not been able to overspray, and I've done like 4 sprays. I'm not sure you could. It's not one of these bloomers or crescendoing kind of perfumes. This one just kind of comes up to a certain point and then it doesn't go any farther. It's like when I was younger and I tried to grow my hair out. It would only grow so far, and that was it. That's all that would happen. It was about right here, and that's it. I could not get it to grow any longer. That's kind of the way I picture the scent cloud that you have with this, is that doesn't matter how much you spray, it may become a little denser inside your scent cloud, but it's not going to go out any farther. It really does not project very well for me with 3 or 4 sprays, maybe arm's length, maybe. And especially considering the notes and how it's a really, I think, cold weather aroma kind of a perfume, but the performance is more like spring, because I bring out my heavy hitters for fall and winter, and then I start wearing some of my less extremist kind of perfumes in the spring and of course summer. And I don't care if they're not good performers in the spring and summer, because that's kind of the tradition of most of those kind of perfumes, you know, your freshies and your florals and stuff. This one though, that leaves me a little flummoxed, because I want to wear it in the wintertime badly, really badly in the cold temps, but I'm just not sure it's going to be a good performer. But with the warm weather, it can make a perfume perform poorly when it normally wouldn't in the environment it was, you know, made for. So that may be the case with this, and I will find that out this winter for sure. But at this point, I can't say that it's a good performer, but you know, it's hot as balls here, so what are you gonna do? I can only test it in this kind of temperature. I stay inside, like I've said before, you know, anywhere from the high 60s to low 70s. That's where we keep our house. Yeah, it doesn't perform great in that temperature. So I may step outside for 10 minutes, maybe 7 minutes, maybe 5 minutes because like I said, it's hot, to see what it does, just to see if it blooms in the big heat or whatever. But I don't know. We may have to cut that back down to a minute. So for me, getting from my house to my car, about that length of time is about all I may be able to tolerate. We'll see. I did think that it reminded me a little bit of Gold Heart by Map of the Heart, but no. That is a very creamy, woody kind of just this rich, a little bit of spice in there, kind of a perfume that I did one spray just to check to see if it smelled a little similar to this when I was earlier today. And I had 3 sprays of this, and I couldn't smell this over that. It is a beast with a capital B-E. So I had to wash it off, because it's like, I can't even smell this now to test it. It's like, that is just overtaken everything. But I did realize in that 10 seconds that they don't smell anything alike. So I'm not sure what I'm picturing with this one, but I do have something that it reminds me a little bit of. It's not an incredibly original aroma by any means, but it is a beautiful, sweet-ish, chocolatey, boozy, woody kind of a perfume. Now, if I hadn't said already, I don't get a lot of the patchouli. I do get some of the cashmere, but I don't get really any patchouli. So I'm not sure how accurate Fragrantica is with these notes, because I don't get patchouli at all. So I think it's very unisex. I do think you could wear this during the day, because it is not a huge performer. I don't think that'd be a problem. Probably more appropriate nighttime because of the aroma, and it's got a little bit of that booziness, and just the vibe of it does give it a little bit of a formal feel. It's beautiful. I just wish it performed better. I wish. But we'll see in the winter. I'm dubious, but we'll see. But it's gorgeous. I just love that I have it. I'm going to be doing a little more research on venom. I can't remember. Stuck in a loop. The Venom one that looks like this, but it's like raspberry color, I want to say, or is it red? Whatever. I don't know. I may get that one too. But I'm less inclined now that I see how this one performs. So I'm going to have to do some research and see what other people are saying about that one's performance. So, all right. Have I hit everything? I think I have. I think. If not, just let me know, and I'll try to elaborate in the box below. All right. Well, I guess that's about it. Thank you so much for being here. And don't forget to like and subscribe and ring the bell and comment if you want. If you don't, it's all good. I still love you. And use your own nose. Peace.